first 8 measures of this 40-measure amalgamation are 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3 and 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8 and 2 and 3, 1. This is the second 8 measures. It goes 1, 2, 3, 2 and 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8 and 2, 3. Then the third 8 measure segment goes 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, and 3. The fourth 8 measure segment starts here and goes 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6 and 2 and 3, 7, 2 and 3, 8, 2, 3. The fifth 8 measure segment goes 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5 and 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. Some things I went over on my first video that you may not have seen, so I'm going to go over again right now. The first thing is how to create rise and fall. When you move across the floor, and I'm going to show you sideways, the first step is you commence to rise. And so that's why you have to be compressed before you step into your first step, because you're commencing to rise on that first step. The footwork is a heel, and you're going up slightly on the ball of the foot. Your second step is continuing to rise, and so you're staying up on the ball of the foot at that point. Your third step is continue to rise, and then you lower at the end of your third step. So that is just a compression, a downward action, and then you repeat that. If you were counting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, into your fourth step, you would commence to rise here on your fourth step, continue to rise through your fifth step, continue to rise through your sixth step, lowering at the end of your sixth step. And that would go for the man or lady. If you're going straight backwards, you would only do a body rise, and that would look like this. I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whenever you're walking straight backwards, to get a nice relaxed look, you need to let the toes release from the floor. If you're walking back but you're swinging slightly to the sides, you can use the foot to create rise and fall along with the body. And that would be like this. It would be a 1, and you would commence to rise at the end of that first step, continue to rise on your second step, continue to rise on your third step, lowering at the end of your third step. And that would match the person coming forward. Okay? That's the footwork for rise and fall. And you can see through the knees on this, I'm starting off with some compression. As I progress into my first step, I'm allowing my leg to swing out, which is kind of straightening the knee slightly. But as I come onto it, I'm allowing the knee to compress again. This helps keep me grounded and allows me to use the muscles in my leg to create softness. If you're dancing with straight legs, you're going to look fairly hard. If you let your knees compress just slightly, it'll be much easier to create the softness that you want to have for waltz. As I move into my second step, even though I'm up on the ball of the foot, I'm letting the knee compress again, just slightly less compression than I did on my first step. Still trying to stay grounded. As I go into my third step, when I push up through the leg, which I do want to do, I want to think of pushing out, not up. So I'm pushing out. This will give me more distance on my third step. It'll allow my feet to stay in contact with the floor and not to come off the floor like they would if I just pushed up. Now it would be the same thing going backwards, same thing for the ladies' part. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is how to create body swing. The swing of the body is created from your hips moving in opposition to your leg. This happens when we normally walk. If I was to walk forward with my left foot and you were to let your body just swing normally, you have an upper body swing, and that's happening. Right arm, shoulder, rib cage, and hip are all moving in opposition to the leg. The two things pull each other together from, say, your center point. And this is how we get locomotion when we walk. It's been a long time since a lot of you thought about walking, so a lot of times you don't think about it that way. When we do a leading step in dance, we want to take advantage of that swing. We don't want to swing our body so hard that it goes this way, but if I were stepping forward with my left foot, I want to create some body swing. And that's what I'm talking about by body swing. Some people will call it contra body movement because the upper body's moving contrary to the leg on the step of one. Now, the next thing I want to do is after I've created that body swing on the beat of one, I want to let that carry into my second step, and that's going to give me leg swing. So I'm going to get 1, 2, and that will allow you to get a lot more distance on the beat of 2. Hence, more distance overall. So I'm getting 1, 2, 3. On the third step, I'm allowing my body to hold there. After I've swung it forward on 1, I'm allowing it to stay there for 2. I'm allowing it to stay there for 3, and that helps bring my third step underneath me so that I can then balance on it. Now, if I go into my fourth step, I'm going to allow the body to swing again. 4, and I'm going to allow the leg to swing for 5. And on the sixth step here, I'm going to allow the leg to swing underneath me so that, again, I can float and have balance as I step into that sixth step. If you work on that and you practice that, trying to coordinate the upper body swinging, holding, and floating, along with the footwork and the rise and fall, just when you walk across the floor, you can start creating more rise and fall. Another thing to think about is what I call tracking. And I call it tracking because if you thought about two railroad tracks standing very close together and one foot is on one track and one foot is on the other track, the feet won't crisscross. If I were to walk forward in that position, I would try and keep one leg on one track, one leg and one foot on the other track, whether I was walking backwards or forward. If you can think about tracking like that, it's easier for your partner's legs to swing underneath you. And then you can track across a little bit, because sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes you'll need to track out, whether you're stepping forwards or backwards, to accommodate your partner. And if you're thinking, when you track, your feet land underneath your hips, underneath your shoulders. And that usually is about 1 inch apart. And then the legs can freely swing underneath you as you start to combine the body swing each direction. And now that brings me, when we talk about body swing and tracking, into turns. When you do a turn, you want to allow the swing of your body just to keep going. And if you combine that with the proper footwork, as you swing your body, it'll carry you the direction you want to go. And then it's just a matter of slowing yourself down. And that's again where I talk about when I land, I'm landing a little bit sideways so that the muscles can be used in a very effective manner. And then I'm going to let my body finish turning to achieve a forward step in the direction I want to go. That would be a 3-count turn. If I was just doing normal count and I was doing the ladies' footwork, I'd be going 1, 2, 3. I could step with the left foot and do that. We could do it either direction. When you do a syncopated turn, you're just trying to do 4 steps and 3 beats. Again, you're taking advantage of the body swing. You still want to create rise and fall. You want to look grounded so that you're fairly smooth. If I were doing a syncopated turn, my body's swinging on 1, continued on 2, on 3. Now at this point, I want to just float and let my foot land to the side. And then if I were to step back, I would finish turning as I went into my back step. Nice control there, nice balance and poise. What I'd like to do now is I'm going to bring Sarah back out and show you a couple of drills that you can do. The first drill involves the walking drill. And all you can do in that, have your lady put the hands on the man's shoulders, guys put your hands on the lady's shoulders, and just walk forward and backwards down the floor. And try and just stay very relaxed. And walk right in line with your partner. You can walk, and because we're going to do this for the patty cake drill as well, a good drill to do is to walk 3 measures of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And on the third measure, do a hesitation. Okay? Then go back the other way. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do a hesitation. Walk the other way. If you have more room, just walk that way as far as you want. Walk backwards as far as you want. Do that in this position. Do that in a wrap position, side by side. Let's say if we were coming at you, we could do 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll find in each position that you do this in, you can't get quite as much swing, or the swing will feel different through the body. You won't be able to use your legs quite as much. It changes from position to position. Try it also where you both start with the man's footwork and just walk in line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can walk backwards the same way. You'll find as you do this, if I were to walk backwards again with the man's footwork, and I'll walk back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. It's an excellent drill to have to go polish your shoes because it's real easy to step on each other's feet. But if you can dance in that position, just doing drills, you'll find doing patterns and steps like we just showed earlier on this tape will become much easier. Okay, that's one drill. The next drill is just called a patty cake drill. You're starting out left hand to left hand. The lady's starting off going backwards first, the man's going forward first, and it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, then a twinkle, 4, 5, 6. And back the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, then a twinkle, 4, 5, 6. Then you can repeat it back the other way. And if you'll note the hands on that and things in the twinkle, it's a nice drill just for going backwards and forward. It's not meant to be a step to dance socially because you can see it just goes in a straight line. That's just for regular turns. For syncopated turns, start off side by side. Man with his left foot, lady with their right foot. Do a syncopated turn of 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to do the back half of this turn of 4, 5, and 6. And you could keep doing that as far as you wanted. But the good thing to do is once you get down to the other side of the floor, is take it the other way. Man starting with his right foot this time, lady starting with her left foot. And go step, step, and step, 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 and step. The timing on that would be the same as the other side. Except you can, because the man's starting with his right foot first, let's count it as 4, 5, and 6. It will be 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And that's just a drill you could do backwards and forwards. The last one is just one you could do separately, and that's to do double syncopated turns. And since you both have to do these, well, you can do this together as well, because we do this in the amalgamation, and that is just to step forward, man with his left foot, well, actually, man with his right foot, lady with their left foot, and do your syncopated turn. 1, 2, and 3. And then to do your side lock again, step, side lock, step, spin, 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 step. And if you wanted to, you could do it on the other side. You could do your forward, side lock, step, spin, 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 step, forward, side lock, and then spin again. These are excellent drills to work on around the floor, back and forth, across the floor to help develop your spinning technique and just the use of your rise and fall. Most people are a little bit weak in their knees and their feet, and they need a little bit of practice to learn to get the rhythm to work all together.
We hope you've enjoyed these patterns and they will be beneficial to you.
And the same for the drills here at the end. Remember, a lot of practice will make things a lot easier. Maybe sometime you could join us here at the studio in Kansas City and come to one of our parties, or perhaps we can come to your town sometime and do a workshop there. Wherever, I hope you enjoy this tape, and if you enjoy it, maybe you'd like some other tapes from us. We have another in the Waltz series, our first tape, and we also have a cha-cha tape and a workshop videotape. If you'd like any information on those or have any questions on any of the material we've covered on this tape, give us a call at the number or write us at the address that'll be immediately following. Thank you very much.